recognize each other like we never met. Same streets, different lives. Your eyes slide past my face like I was never part of your night. We used to share our secrets, now we share the same cold air. I know you laugh by memory, but you don't even look back there. I still know when you're lying, still feel when you're sad, but I don't have the right anymore to ask what we had. We're just strangers with a past we don't say. Two hearts that broke in different ways. I still remember everything. You already moved on. We're just strangers now, but I'm still holding on. Your name feels heavy on my tongue, so I never say it loud. I pretend you're just a face lost somewhere in the crowd. You took all the future plans, left me with the blame. You learned how to forget me, I'm still learning how to breathe the same. If loving you was wrong, then why does it still hurt? Why am I the only one still putting you first? We're just strangers with a past we don't say. Two hearts that broke in different ways. I still remember everything. You already moved on. We're just strangers now, but I'm still holding on. Do you ever think of me when our song comes on? Or did you erase my name like I was something wrong? If I could stop time for a moment, I'd go back to who we were before love turned into distance and forever into never. I'd give anything for awkward silence, for one more hello, but you walk past me like I'm nobody, and that hurts the most. We're just strangers with familiar scars. We loved too deep, then fell apart. I lost you slowly, you lost me fast. We're just strangers now, but haunted by the past. If we meet again someday and you don't know my name, I'll smile like I'm okay, even if it breaks me, 'cause loving you is everything. And now we're just strangers. I wake up to the empty side of the bed. Your shadow still lingers in my head. I reach for you, but there's only air and the echoes of a love that isn't there. I whisper your name into the night, hoping somehow it feels right, but the silence answers me back with memories I can't unpack. I held on when I should have let go, loved you more than you'd ever know. Now I'm drowning in my own despair, memory where my own tears fall for someone who's not here. I loved you more than words could say. Now I'm breaking in a quiet way. I'm holding a heart that's torn in two, and all I see are memories of you. My own tears, all I have left of us here. I watch the places we used to go, empty streets where the cold winds blow. I see your smile in the passing lights, haunting me through endless nights. I told myself I'd be okay, but my heart just can't obey. Every beat still calls your name, even though nothing feels the same. I gave you all my love and my time, every word, every right. Now I'm left with a hollow fear, crying my own tears year after year. My own tears fall for someone who's not here. I loved you more than words could say. Now I'm breaking in a quiet way. I'm holding a heart that's torn in two, and all I see are memories of you. My own tears, all I have left of us here. Did you ever feel what I gave, or was it just another wave that passed through your heart and left me with the pain of theft? I can't undo, can't forget, can't escape this deep regret. So I let my tears fall free, the only proof you were here with me. And I talk to the night like you might hear every word, every fear, but silence is the only reply, and I'm left alone. My own tears fall for someone who's not here. I loved you more than words could say. Now I'm breaking in a quiet way. I'm holding a heart that's torn in two, and all I see are memories of you. My own tears, all I have left of us here. I'll carry this pain when no one sees, a love that died silently, until the day I finally move on. My own tears will sing a song.
I stayed when the nights were endless, when your smile was hard to find. I held your hand through the silence, when you were already leaving me behind. I ignored every warning, every crack in what we had. I called it love, called it destiny, even when it hurt this bad. They say love knows when to let go, but my heart never learned. I kept choosing you, while my whole world burned. I loved you until the end, when you had nothing left to give. I fought for us alone, just to feel you live. You walked away so easily, like I was just a friend, but I loved you completely.
excuses for your distance. Said you were just afraid. I turned your cold goodbyes into reasons why you stayed. I gave you my forever while you gave me goodbye. I was building a future, you were learning how to lie. I begged my heart to stop believing, but it wouldn't let you go. Some loves don't fade away, they just break you slow. I loved you until the end, when you had nothing left to give. I fought for us alone just to feel you live. You walked away so easily, like I was just a friend, but I loved you completely until the end. If loving you was a mistake, it's one I'd still repeat, because for one moment in your arms, life felt almost complete. Now every dream feels empty, every promise feels pretend. I lost myself in loving you until the end. I still whisper your name at night, like you might hear my pain. But silence is the only thing that ever says my name. I loved you until the end, past the point of self-defense. I gave you my whole heart, you gave me no chance. If love is measured by how far you're willing to bend, then I gave you everything till the end. Someday I'll learn how to breathe again without calling your name, but I'll always be the one who loved you until the end. I stood at the door for an hour with your name on my tongue. All the words I rehearsed in my head still wouldn't come. Your eyes wouldn't meet mine, like you already knew that this was the moment we were running out of truth. We said love would save us, but love can't beg to stay. Sometimes holding on hurts more than walking away. I'm walking away with my heart in my hands, leaving all our tomorrows, unwritten plans. I loved you enough to finally let you go. If staying means losing myself, then I'm walking away slow. picked up the silence between us, left the fights on the floor. Every we'll fix this later, couldn't live here anymore. You said this isn't goodbye, but your voice said it all. You were already gone, I was just the last call. I begged my tears to stay quiet, so you wouldn't see me break. But my heart cracked open with every step I take. I'm walking away with my heart in my hands, leaving all our tomorrows, unwritten plans. I loved you enough to finally let you go. If staying means losing myself, then I'm walking away slow. Don't think this was easy, don't think I didn't try. I gave you every piece of me until there was nothing inside. If love is choosing someone, even when it hurts you, then this is me loving you by choosing not to. I turned around one last time, hoping you'd call my name, but the room stayed quiet, like it was used to the pain. I'm walking away with tears in my eyes, carrying the weight of 1,000 goodbyes. I'll miss who we were more than you'll ever know, but I can't keep dying here, so I'm walking away alone. Maybe someday you'll understand why I couldn't stay. I didn't stop loving you, I just chose to survive by walking away. Memorize the way you breathe when you slept beside my chest. Little flaws you try to hide, I love them more than the rest. You laugh at times it hurts so much, 'cause now it echoes in my head. I still set 2 cups on the table like you never really left. I held your pain like it was mine, carried your fears as true. I gave you all the best of me, every broken proof. Every part of you still lives inside my heart. The way you said my name, the way you tore me apart. I loved you deeper than the truth, deeper than I knew. Now I'm breaking slowly, missing every part of you. Your hoodie still smells like your skin, I can't bring myself to wash. I replay our last goodbye like it wasn't really lost. You said you needed space to breathe, I gave you air, I gave you time, but space just turned into a silence like you might hear my pain. I whisper I love you in the dark, even though it's in vain. Every part of you is tattooed on my soul. I try to let you go, but I don't know how to let go. If healing means forgetting you, then I don't wanna be healed. 'Cause losing you broke everything I ever felt was real. So if you ever think of me when your heart feels confused, just know I loved you endlessly, with every part of you. We sit in the same room breathing it, but you feel miles away. Your eyes don't look for mine anymore, they look through me and fade. Your laughter sounds like a memory from a life we used to know. I reach for your hand in the quiet, but there's nowhere left to go. We stopped fighting, stopped asking why. That's when I knew it was over. Love doesn't die in a moment, it just slowly grows colder. It's the space between us, louder than words can be. Two hearts in one silence, pretending we're still okay. I miss you even when you're here, and that's the hardest truth. I'm standing right beside you, Nest, in the space between us. You say I'm fine like a habit, like it doesn't hurt at all. But I feel you letting go of me every time you don't call. We used to share every secret, now we share an empty bed. Your back is turned to my questions, and my tears stay in my head. I keep hoping you'll come back to me without me begging you to stay. But hope feels heavy in the silence when love has nothing left to say. It's the space between us, louder than words can be. Two hearts in one silence, pretending we're still okay. I miss you even when you're here, and that's the hardest truth. I'm standing right beside you. Or am I the only one still holding on to you? I'd scream if it would change something, but silence feels more real. So I cry into the pillow, hoping you might feel. It's the space between us where I forever die, where I love you feels heavy and goodbye waits inside. I'm tired of pretending that this won't break us through, because the saddest place I've ever been is a space between us. If love is measured by distance, then we're already gone. Two strangers sharing a heartbeat, but the space is all we're on.
The phone lights up, but it's not you. Another night I'm wide awake. Your name still lives inside my screen, like a promise you didn't keep. A type of message I won't send. Erase the words, then start again. Every "are you okay?" dies quietly in my hand. Talk until the sun. Now silence knows my name. I stare at three dots that never come and whisper you the same. Silent SMS screaming in my chest. 1,000 words I never said, still waiting on your text. I miss you more than I should confess. My heart keeps checking every second for your silent SMS. Your last reply still feels so warm, like it might come alive. I read it just to hear your voice and pretend you're still mine. You said you needed time alone. I gave you space and pain, but space just turned into goodbye, and I'm the one who stayed. I blame myself for loving you, for caring way too much, but love shouldn't feel invisible when you're begging for a touch. Silent SMS screaming in my chest. 1,000 words I never said, still waiting on your text. I miss you more than I should confess. My heart keeps checking every second for your silent SMS. Did you delete me from your world like I was nothing there? Or do you sometimes read my name and feel the same despair? I trade my pride for one reply, just to know you care. Battery dies before my hope. Another night goes by. I fall asleep with tears on my phone and questions in my mind. Silent SMS, echoes of your name. I'd give my last breath just to see your typing sign again. If loving you means loneliness, then this is how my heart breaks slow. Through
you'll never hear. I met you through a glowing screen, smiles, edited words so clean. You said you were broken too, said your scars match mine. Late night talks till sunrise, you knew exactly what to say. You painted dreams with borrowed lines, and I believed them anyway. Every message felt so real, every promise felt alive. I fell in love with how you felt, not knowing it was all a lie. A profile full of lies, but I gave you my truth. I fell for who you pretended to be, and lost myself loving you. You hid behind perfect lines, while my heart had no disguise. Now I'm crying over someone who never really existed, just a profile full of lies. Your picture showed a happy soul, but you never showed your heart. You disappeared when things got deep, that's when the silence started. You said you loved me, typed it slow, like it actually meant something. But love don't vanish overnight and leave me questioning everything. I replay every word you said, searching for the truth inside. But all I find are empty lines and reasons why I cried. A profile full of lies, but I gave you my truth. I fell for who you pretended to be, and lost myself loving you. You hid behind perfect lines, while my heart had no disguise. Now I'm crying over someone who never really existed, just a profile full of lies. Was I just a moment to you, a late night cure for loneliness? Did you ever feel a thing, or was I just another text? I showed you my broken parts, every fear I tried to hide. You closed the app and walked away. Well, I was breaking inside. I keep scrolling through our past, like it might explain the end, but all I see are illusions from someone I called my friend. A profile full of lies, but my tears are real. I gave you my heart in pixels, and you never felt what I feel. You logged out of my life like I was easy to replace. Now I'm loving a memory of a face that never stayed. So if you ever think of me when you're lonely at night, remember I was real in love. You were just words and light. I learned the hardest truth of all, from believing your disguise. I broke my heart for someone with a profile full of lies. used to call my name at midnight. Now the silence answers me. Your shadow still sleeps on my side, but you know where I can see. Your laughter lives in my old t-shirts, your perfume in the air. I talk to walls that sound like you and pretend that you're still there. We promised, always swore it true, now always feel so far. I search for pieces left of you in every broken part. Where did you go when I needed you the most? I'm still holding on to a love you let go. You said forever and vanished so slow. I'm here asking the dark alone. Where did you go? I replay every little moment like it might change the end. Every word you never noticed still cuts me now and then. I stayed loyal to your absence, like you'd come back one day. But hope is just a ghost that hurts when it refuses to stay. I gave you more than I could breathe, more than my own name. You left me drowning in the sea of what we could have been. Where did you go when I needed you the most? I'm still holding on to a love you let go. You said forever and vanished so slow. I'm here asking the dark alone. Where did you go? Did I love you too deeply? Did I care too much? Or were you already leaving when I begged you to stay in touch? If I was your mistake, then why do I still hurt? Why am I the one still breaking while you're fine without a word? I still save your name in my phone, like you might call tonight. But the screen stays cold and empty, just like every night. Where did you go when my heart was on the floor? I gave you my soul, you walked out the door. Now every road leads back to what we were before. I'm lost in the echo of us. Where did you go? If you ever hear this song, know I loved you so. I'm still here with a broken heart, asking the world. Where did you go? Where did you go?
stayed when the nights got colder, held your name like a fragile lie. Every promise on my shoulder, I carried love until it died. I learned your silence by heart, learned to smile when you pulled away. I kept fixing what you'd break apart, just to make you wanna stay. I gave you all the best of me, the parts I couldn't replace. I closed my eyes to everything just to feel your face. You were my last try, my final belief in love. I gave you my heart when I had nothing left to give up. I bled every truth while you said goodbye. If love is a war, I lost every fight. You were my last try. I turned my pain into patience, turned your scars into my own. I called it love, I called it fate, but I was fighting alone. I begged my doubts to stay quiet, so your voice could sound like home. But hope gets tired of lying when it's always left alone. I erased who I used to be just to fit your world. I loved you in ways you'd never see. I was your second choice, girl. You were my last try, my final belief in love. I gave you my heart when I had nothing left to give up. I bled every truth while you said goodbye. If love is a war, I lost every fight. You were my last try. Now every song sounds like goodbye. Every memory cuts too deep. I still reach for you at night, then remember you're not reaching for me. If loving you means losing me, then maybe this is where I stop. I put my faith in you completely, watched it all fall apart. Break, don't hate you, I just hate what love became when I gave you everything and you walked away the same. You were my last try, my last reason to believe. I broke my heart in half just so you wouldn't leave. Now I'm standing here with tears in my eyes. I loved you more than I loved my life. You were my last try. If I ever love again, it won't be this deep, this true, because I gave my last try.